I would like to welcome everyone to our Launching Leaders Conference. I'm Seth Ayim. I'm the BYU Management Society Africa Regional Director. I will be your host and also the co-founder of Bountiful STEM and Bountiful Technologies. It's going to be a wonderful event. So we welcome all our Launching Leaders board members who are with us and our associates that are with us today. We are so much privileged to have you all on this conference. There are some important notes, or I can say ground rules, that we need to take into consideration. For all participants, we encourage you to mute and use the chat room if you have any question, as a conference is being recorded. So we want to make sure that we have good recordings. And the conference is available in English and French and Portuguese as well. So please click on the interpretation icon to listen to the conference in French or in Portuguese. To begin, I would like to share a brief update with you about the progress of Launching Leaders. Last year, Launching Leaders partnered with Agilex Lab and transitioned to their Dawn Learning Management System. The 85% of our community said they like the new LMS, that is the Learning Management System, and we will continue to see growth in all areas. So as you can see on the screen, you can see our growth term 2024 and the number of users in each country have been distributed in those groups. You can see we have about 92% will take another Launching Leaders course, and we also have 94% that will recommend Launching Leaders to someone or their friends. Now, in terms of our growth, you can see the distribution over here. We have over 1,200 users globally, and it's just, I think English has been our largest, where we have largest users of Launching Leaders. And then if you come to the various groups we've had over the years, English still leads in that, followed by Portuguese, Spanish, etc. Now, when you look at the number of countries that we are in, you can see we've increased or added 17 new countries into our where Launching Leaders partnership participants are taking Launching Leaders. So in total, we are in 103 countries, which is very impressive. That means we have we're over in the world right now. We are looking in all locations around the world. So it is impressive to see the impact that Launching Leaders is making across the world, where we're seeing more participants growing each and every day. And with those 17 new countries, it means that we are spreading around the world to make a difference in the life of the rising generation. This is made possible due to our partnership. Without partners, I don't think we will be able to reach where we are today. We want to thank our amazing partners for the collaboration with us as we strive to empower as many of the rising generation as possible. Our partners will run breakout sections. So in this conference, you will see that there will be different breakout sections. Some of you have signed up for different sections, and it's going to be amazing to have you in those sections. And this is just to tell you that we are creating a stronger community that is sustainable to be able to provide better experience for you. We thank our associates, the champion Launching Leaders course in their organizations as they strive to make the world a better place. So thank you, our partners on this call, and for accepting to lead a breakout section to share with our participants with all the wonderful things you are doing. So we want to thank you all for your support, for making sure that we are reaching to the unreachable. We are providing skills and opportunity for the rising generation so that we can all make the world a better place, and where we can all live together in unity and love, and also become self-reliant and be better people in our communities. in our cities or country. Next, we will turn our conference to our keynote speaker, Curt Allen. We will then have a question and answer section with time for few live questions. Following the question and answer section, our partners will run breakout session for 50 minutes, which means that if you go into a section, that section going to the breakout session will last for 50 minutes. After the breakout session, we will then wish you all a wonderful farewell to tell you how wonderful you guys are for participating in this conference. We are expecting over 700 participants in this conference, and take the opportunity to also network at the end of, we'll provide 15 additional minutes for us to just hang around, get to know each other, and this will be a great opportunity. Again, I want to remind you, if you have any questions or comments, please use the chat. I will now turn over the time to Curt Allen, our keynote speaker. We will all be very fortunate to be able to hear from him, a very experienced businessman, and most especially his desire to change the world. So, Allen, Curt, we are so much grateful to have you. Over to you. Thank you.
Good morning, friends and fellow leaders. It's a privilege to be with you, facilitators, graduates, students, and supporters of launching leaders from across Africa and beyond, united by a desire to create positive change in our communities. It's an honor to be joined by those who have done so much to enable the Launching Leaders program to make a positive impact in the lives of all of us and so many more. I specifically want to thank the Launching Leaders founders, Jim Ritchie, Steve Hitz, Terry Pitts, Lawrence Day and team, Mike Leonard, and Rosalind Walker, and other key Launching Leaders contributors, Chet Harmer, Seth Ayim, David Rupert, Mustafa Touré, and the leaders and representatives of all the nonprofit organizations who are joining us today, Scott Hymas, Kate Carabine, Arlen Jones, Frank Ano, Gwendolyn Abututu, and others. It's a pleasure to work with so many of you good people in this noble cause. As we talk about mentoring today, I'd like to ask each of you to consider the following two questions. Number one, at the end of this life, do you think you'll be asked how much money you made? Number two, or do you think you might be asked how many people you helped? I personally believe it is the latter. We are here on earth to learn to love God and to love our neighbors as ourselves. As we begin, I invite you to picture one of the world's most awe-inspiring spectacles, the Great Migration across the Serengeti and Masai Mara. Each year, over 1 million wildebeest and 300,000 zebras journey together, so many that their path can be seen from space, braving rivers, predators, and drought in search of a better future. If you look closely at those herds, you'll notice something remarkable. Wildebeest and zebra are not just together by chance, they are partners, each bringing their own strengths to the journey. The zebras remember the safest routes and spot danger from afar, while the wildebeest sense where the water lies and are quick to follow. They eat different grasses, so they don't compete. Instead, they thrive together. Their partnership is nature's wisdom in action, a living lesson in mentorship and collaboration. Now, why do I start with this image? Because like those herds, we are on a journey together, a migration towards opportunity, growth, and hope. And just as no wildebeest or zebra survives the migration alone, none of us achieves our greatest potential without mentors, partners, and a community to walk beside us. Close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself among that herd. Do you have the courage to leap first? Are you willing to lead others? Can you warn others of danger? Can you encourage others around you to keep moving? How can you help others complete the journey? People are the most valuable resource in every country. Education is the key to unlocking that resource and driving economic growth. But today, the half-life of skills is shrinking rapidly. Artificial intelligence is both the challenge and the solution, changing the world of work and offering us tools to build new businesses, create new jobs, and improve quality of life. Each one of you is unique. You each have God-given gifts and talents to help others around you. That is why we need each other. While none of us possesses every gift and talent personally, we do possess them all collectively. We need one another to succeed. The power for positive change is in you, the people, and Launching Leaders is here to help each of you to harness that power. Today, I would like to share with you 10 guiding principles, the 10 B's, if you will, that I have witnessed enabling and supporting successful mentoring in Launching Leaders and throughout my career. Be humble. Humility is a prerequisite for learning and being mentored effectively. Be grateful. Time is our most valuable resource. Express gratitude for another's time. Be respectful. The most capable people are often the busiest. Respect boundaries. Be honest and trustworthy. Honesty is the first chapter in the book of wisdom. Be growth-minded. Ability blooms through effort. Faith is the first step towards achievement and success. Be committed. Commitment turns intention into reality. Be a creative problem solver. Every challenge has a creative solution. Be open-minded. An open mind is the gateway to growth. Be team-oriented. It takes a village to raise a child. No one wins alone. And be gracious. To live with grace is to walk with God. You are blessed to have many positive role models in the Launching Leaders program that exemplify all of these 10 character traits or guiding principles of successful mentoring. I encourage you to take every opportunity to learn from them and then share what you have learned with others. A central element of Launching Leaders is mentorship. The program teaches every participant to recruit a mentor and learn how to work with them to improve their lives. Today, I want to share the story of how one of you, Mustafa Touré, recruited me as a mentor and where that journey has led us so far. My hope is that this story can help you reflect on mentors you have helped, who have helped you, and how you can become an effective mentor to others. 2.5 years ago, on November 3rd, 2022, Mustafa came to my office with 2 questions. First, would I watch over his family while he returned to Sierra Leone to keep a promise he'd made to God to help his fellow countrymen and women? Second, did I know anyone in West Africa who could help him? In that moment, Mustafa recruited me as a mentor, a role I was humbled and honored to accept. I said yes, I would look out for his family, and as Providence would have it, just weeks earlier I'd been invited by Elder David Rupert to attend a BYU Management Society West Africa chapter meeting, where I met many people, including several of you, who could help Mustafa on his mission. One of the first things I recommended was that Mustafa join the BYU Management Society and take the Launching Leaders course. He was fortunate to have Chet Harmer, a deeply experienced mentor who has facilitated more than 75 Launching Leaders cohorts, agree to be his facilitator. One of the first things Mustafa did when we arrived home in Sierra Leone was to dig freshwater wells, so all the students, especially the girls, could attend school instead of going to fetch water. Mustafa dedicated the water project to his mother, Sia Fantas Touré, Mustafa's inspiration and biggest supporter, who died during the civil war in Sierra Leone. Then Mustafa organized the villagers to cut down all the trees to clear a 20-acre parcel of land for farming. They grew enough crops to feed the entire village and provide maize as chicken feed for the local farmers. Then they secured a 10-year lease on a large warehouse in the main downtown area of Kono. Mustafa has established the Trico College of Innovation and Advanced Technology. Today, Trico has enrolled over 200 students in programs that blend Launching Leaders principles with practical local skills. They teach Launching Leaders, Masters of Business in the Streets, Microsoft Windows and Office Basics, and entrepreneurship and business skills in Silicon Globe. Like the wildebeest and zebra, they are moving together, each bringing their own strengths, each learning from the other. I also introduced Mustafa to my greatest mentor, my 93-year-old father, Dr. Curt Allen. Throughout my life, I have watched my dad help hundreds of people to discover their unique gifts and talents and learn how to apply them to benefit others. My dad has mentored more people one-on-one than anyone I know, and he quickly became not just a mentor, but a surrogate father to Mustafa, who lost his own father years before. Although they have never met in person, they have consulted together on many important projects, including the creation of the first innovation station in Sierra Leone. The innovation station model demonstrates that it is possible to set up a small business with very few resources, starting with a table. Mustafa's students use the Agilix Dawn platform, which powers Launching Leaders. It is built specifically for use on affordable Android and Apple phones, even without internet access. Students can download the courses or course modules they are working on and take them home to learn on their phone. When they return, Dawn syncs up with the cloud over Wi-Fi and updates the system to record all of their learning and to let them download the next set of content. At Trico College, they have already graduated 3 cohorts of Launching Leaders students and are now supporting the 4th cohort. Launching Leaders, combined with the other entrepreneurship and business courses they offer, is providing hope for lots of young people that they can find and fulfill their dreams. The Trico College students have celebrated their graduations in caps and gowns and an official parade through the downtown of the city. It is a significant accomplishment for them to complete Launching Leaders and their other online certificate programs. Dawn makes it possible and affordable for many students to participate who would not have been able to do so otherwise. It is a game changer. But after Launching Leaders, many students ask, now what? To answer that, Rosaline reached out to Launching Leaders graduates to learn what they most wanted to know about starting a small business. With that feedback, Nikki Humphreys, our VP of Implementation and Training at Agilix, built the top 20 most frequently requested micro courses that are now available through Silicon Globe on the same Dawn platform that powers Launching Leaders. These courses are practical, hands-on, and designed to help you take the next step, whether you're starting a business or growing your entrepreneurial mindset. Silicon Globe includes other valuable courses. For example, Terry Pitt's 10 Power Moves for Success helps you develop the mindset and skills to thrive as an entrepreneur. Curiosity, leadership, integrity, time management, and proactive thinking. Steve Hitz offers entrepreneurial foundations, sharing real-life lessons on how to win at business while staying true to your deepest values. These aren't just spreadsheets or motivational quotes. They're tools forged in the real world, ready for you to use. Each of you can use the code LAUNCHING100 for free access to these micro courses. We welcome your feedback to make these courses even better and to create new ones that meet your needs. Chet Harmer and Rosaline Walker have taught us that many new Launching Leaders graduates come through nonprofit organizations working across Africa. We hope to connect and collaborate with all of you to create a global movement because as the wildebeest and zebra show us, there is strength in numbers. As a recent example, let me share one initiative we announced last month for Sierra Leone, the Future Learning Institute. Many workforce development programs in Africa struggle to scale, to sustain themselves, and to reach those most in need. They often require resources, computers, internet, printed manuals, English proficiency, travel, that many simply don't have. Our goal is to reach those who can't afford these advantages. Working with Dr. Mark Luttrell-Schwab and other partners, we developed the Future Learning Institute model. Mustafa shared our proposal with his advisor and vice chancellor at Kona University, who brought it to the Ministry of Higher and Technical Education, Dr. Haja Wuri Kamara, who was deeply impressed by Mustafa's work at Trico College and Launching Leaders, saying it gave her hope for the future of Sierra Leone citizens. In October of 2024, we had the privilege of meeting the First Lady of Sierra Leone with Mustafa's wife, Edie Touré. That meeting was hosted by the World Trade Center of Utah, who we learned regularly hosts government officials from all over the world in Salt Lake City. So we joined that organization and have now had the privilege of meeting with more than a dozen ambassadors, consuls general, and other government officials from around the world. Just a few weeks ago, on May 19th, we signed a memorandum of understanding to establish the Future Learning Institute of Sierra Leone at Lancaster House in London, the same place where Sierra Leone signed the act granting its independence from the UK in 1961. Our vision is to replicate the Future Learning Institute in other African countries and beyond, partnering with local leaders and organizations. But the model requires local partners, people like you, who know their communities and are ready to lead. The people of your country and our world need what you have to offer. Mustafa has shown it is possible. One person can make a difference. You can too. You may wonder, what if there aren't enough mentors to go around, or your mentor isn't available when you need them? That's where technology comes in. We're developing AI-powered intelligent companions that can provide hyper-local, hyper-personal support, supplementing but not replacing the human connection at the heart of mentorship. Imagine a future where every young entrepreneur has a guide in their pocket, ready to help them do many things to design, build, and grow their small businesses in conjunction with their human mentors.
Welcome to Silicon Globe, our online course marketplace built to help emerging leaders to gain access to practical and world-class training in leadership, entrepreneurship, and business. But we're not stopping at courses. We're reimagining what learning can look like by using AI-enhanced tools to make the journey more personal, more interactive, and more inspiring. Inside one of our courses, learners can engage in an entrepreneur chat where they speak directly with AI-powered digital mentors, modeled after real African entrepreneurs. Whether it's a fashion designer in Bo, a mobile technician in Kono, or a cassava snack producer in Moyamba, each one shares their story, challenges, and advice, helping learners explore what excites them and how they might start their own journeys. This is more than content, it's connection. It's hybrid mentorship at scale.
The hybrid model of learning combines the best of both worlds of human and AI mentoring. AI mentors who are always available at any time of the day or night, never get tired, and never get frustrated when you ask lots and lots of questions, with human mentors who show love and empathy and provide motivation, inspiration, and personal care. We believe the hybrid model of mentoring has the potential to scale to billions of people. One of my personal mentors and friends is a great man named Clayton M. Christensen. He was born in Utah, became a Rhodes Scholar at Oxford University in the UK, and a very influential Harvard Business School faculty member for many years. He was very successful in the ways that matter most, a man of faith, a loyal husband and father, a servant leader, and a mentor to many. Among many great contributions he made in his life, one of them was writing a book entitled How Will You Measure Your Life? In this book, Clayton offers a framework for finding lasting happiness and meaning. He encourages us to define success not by achievements or wealth, but by how well we live our values, invest in relationships, and serve others with integrity and purpose. So, what could this mean for you? You can learn it more if you were able to attend Nikki's breakout session today, or take a free course at Silicon Globe with the code LAUNCHING100, or sign up to learn more, or recruit a mentor who can help you achieve your vision, or start or join a nonprofit educational organization in your country, or share your success stories with leaders and let us know how we can help. Remember, one person can make a difference. Just as one wildebeest leap inspires the herd, one mentor can start a movement. This journey wouldn't have happened without Mustafa recruiting me as a mentor, without launching leaders, without the dedication of people like Rosaline, Chet, Nikki, and so many others. You are the key, but it won't happen in your village, town, or country without you. I challenge each of you to choose to become a mentor for another person, help them to make a difference in the world. Like the wildebeest and zebra, let's walk together, each bringing our strengths, each learning from the other, each helping the next to leap forward. Thank you for being part of this great migration of mentorship. Let's keep moving together.
Thank you, Curt Allen. This was wonderful. We are so grateful to have you on this call, and it is exciting to hear the story and the motivations. And my big takeaway here is that we need to work together. We can only build a stronger village or individual by working together. And if we can do that through mentorship, through partnership, and through collaboration, as we come together, we can make the world a better place. So we will go into, we have some questions. We want to thank you also for submitting questions ahead of time, so that we can have Curt answer those questions. And if you still have questions, please feel free to type your questions in the chat. And we will take those questions and make sure we can answer as much as we can. So the first question for Curt is this. Say the most asked question was, how can I be a better mentor? So Curt, the first question we have for you that I would say viewers or our participants submit ahead of time was, how can I be a better mentor? So if you can share with us.
Thank you. There are some great mentors on this call, and I've learned a lot from many of you. I would say that one of the most important things is to help each individual mentee learn how to use their agency to receive inspiration about what they should do. That's the most important thing, I think, to teach them true principles and let them govern themselves.
Thank you. The next question is, will mentoring be replaced by artificial intelligence? What are your thoughts on that?
No, AI is not going to replace human mentors, but I do think that AI can supplement or complement a human-to-human connection, because AI can be available anytime, any place, to answer any question. So we believe that AI can complement but not replace human mentors.
Wonderful. So what it means is that we will still need to work with our human mentors to make sure that we are successful. So that relationship where we can have this opportunity to connect with people and be able to get that feel, AI cannot replace that relationship, the human touch of mentorship. The next question will be, as someone just starting my business or my company, what advice would you give on finding the right mentor?
I would suggest that you find someone who shares your passion for what you're trying to accomplish and is willing to invest the time and energy required to help you achieve your dreams.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. The next question is, what role do you think mentoring plays in shaping leadership? And how can organizations foster a culture of mentorship?
I believe it's important for all of us to model the importance of not only mentoring, but also being mentored. As I mentioned, I've been mentored by many of you on this call, and I continue to be mentored by you. And I hope that we can all learn to be humble enough to learn from one another.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. There's a follow-up question. So what is the best way a mentor can can positively impact a mentee? What, from your experience, what will you say that would be like?
I believe that the most important thing we can do as a mentor is to believe in those people that we are mentoring, to believe in them and to demonstrate that we love them and we care about them and we wish for their success. Everybody needs someone to believe in them.
Great. Another question that came, especially looking at African context, is that many prospective mentors in Africa feel that mentees intrude in their privacy. How can this issue be addressed or resolved?
I believe that Chet Harmer does a fantastic job of setting expectations clearly, and I think that's important. We can establish certain days of the week, certain times of the day, and the appropriate mechanisms, whether it's Zoom or face-to-face. And once we establish those expectations, we need to respect one another's personal boundaries and not take advantage of our mentors.
Thanks. How can we normalize mentoring in family, professional, and community relationships?
I believe that we all need to be mentored and be mentoring every day of our lives and looking for opportunities to model that in our daily existence.
Great. I think this is one of the best questions. So I say, even it relates to me. I want. What is the best method of mentoring without getting burnout?
I've been blessed as a mentor by those people that I've been able to mentor. I've learned more from Mustafa and from many of you than I've ever given. So I would encourage each of us to think about the blessings that come by serving as a mentor. As we serve, we learn, and many times we get more out of it than those that we are mentoring.
Great. What is a successful experience you have had serving as a mentor?
The story that I was trying to show you is my most recent and best example that I want to point at of a very rewarding experience that I believe we can all replicate in other places. I think there's a tremendous opportunity to do what we've done here today and to take it to the rest of the world.
Thanks. How do you honor your mentors? Do you pay them? Do you give them money?
I think we can best honor our mentors by following their advice and becoming the people that they believe we can become. Our success is the greatest reward that a mentor can receive.
Okay. Thanks. There are some questions in the chat. I will just take a few of them as well. At what stage in my life should I seek to be mentored?
Every stage. We all need mentoring throughout our life, no matter how old we get and how experienced we are. We all need to maintain the beginner's mind in order to achieve our full potential.
Okay, so how can I identify a mentor, and what are the ways to look at identifying a good mentor?
I believe launching leaders teaches us how to identify and secure mentors. In Mustafa's case, he recruited me. He found me by inspiration, and I was willing to help him. And I think that's what we should all do, is we should seek inspiration to find one or more mentors that can help us achieve the goals that we've set, like it is outlined in Launching Leaders.
Great. One may ask, can I pick a mentor outside of my faith? Let's say I belong to a certain faith. It is important that I seek someone that is out of my faith to become my mentor, or who doesn't even believe in my faith.
Absolutely. We can all learn from one another. Many of my greatest mentors are of different faiths, and I respect and trust them, and I'm grateful for what they've taught me. I think we all need to be humble enough to learn from one another.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you. Another question is, what skills do I need to be a good mentor? what are the skills I need to acquire to be a good mentor?
I think the most important skill is to be a good listener, to seek first to understand what your mentor is trying to accomplish, and then to have great empathy. AI doesn't have empathy. AI doesn't love, and people can love and believe in each other. So I believe that those are the skills and traits that are most useful in helping to mentor someone effectively.
Great. Another question is, can you be a mentor if you have never been a mentee? If yes, why and how?
That's a great question. I think that we all need to be mentees throughout our life. And so if you don't feel like you've done that, you should. But I think we can all mentor one another. Some of the greatest lessons that I've learned in my life have come from small children that have a pure heart and a pure mind. So I think that we need to learn to be mentees and be aware of that. But I think that we can all mentor each other, and I believe that we should do that. As I challenged Mustafa's students when they graduated from Launching Leaders, I think the next step for us is to help others, to pay it forward, to find mentees, and to share what we've learned from Chet and Scott and Seth and others on this call.
Thank you so much. I think that is what time it permits for us to answer most of the questions, but that doesn't mean you cannot reach out with questions to Rosalind. Just send us your questions. After the conference, we'll still be able to share, answer your questions and share some feedback. But we want to thank Curt for this wonderful presentation and answering all those questions. I personally have learned a lot. Who am I because of mentors? I have various mentors in my life that are continuing to mentor me as I progress in my career. So thank you so much for that. It has been an engaging experience. I was able to offer up in most of your breakout section. We'd like to welcome all of you back for those engaging and powerful breakout section. I hope you all have a wonderful experience and engaging and empowering in terms of how your section went. We have asked few of our breakout section leaders to share a highlight from their breakout section. The first person will be Gwen from the BYU Management Society, the African region. So we will ask Gwen to give us a highlight, after which Colin from Interwave Solutions will also give us some highlights, followed by Frank Ano from the Academic for Business Creation. Gwen, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you, Seth.
Over to you.
So thank you for the opportunity. Yes, I tried to rush through as much as I could. And so once again, I'd like to apologize to everybody. I had to cut off so that we could make it really quick and brief. But thank you so much, Rosalind and Chet, for this opportunity. Most of our people were interested in African business competition, and I hope that Seth and I were able to answer most of the questions. Once again, as a reminder, if you have more questions, please send it to the email that was left in the comment section. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Gwen. Super. Good job. Okay, Colin. Is Colin with us?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead, my friend.
Thank you, Seth. I appreciate it. Appreciate this opportunity. We had amazing individuals in on our group. We talked about how Interweave Solutions is moving people out of poverty in over 100 countries worldwide. We talked about success stories. We talked about how we do it. We talked about the different kinds of poverty there are. We also talked about the way that we move them out of poverty and how it's through neighborhood self-reliance groups. After which we opened it up into a question and answer session where we talked about how do we get people in touch with Interweave Solutions. And we also talked about how we work. We move people out of poverty through creating these self-reliance groups. we have the masters of this and this course. We give individuals, people are able to then become success ambassadors, and they're able to go out into their communities and give back to their communities by teaching people how to fish instead of giving them a fish. So thank you so much for the opportunity. And if we got cut short on questions, so if you have questions, please email me on the email I provided in the group chats. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Colin. That was great. I joined your session briefly. That was great. Now we go over to Frank Kwam Ano from Ghana, right? Right.
From Ghana. Thank you, Rosalind. Thank you, Chet, and all of us for this wonderful gathering. I think it's wonderful. We had the opportunity to talk about a few things that we do at the Academy for Creating Enterprise. We just talk about few things. One of them is the program that we run. We call it the Act Now program. So the Act Now program have stages where you come in and you start small business. We call it an income generating activity. So at the start now, with the first stage, there are budgets, the accomplishment you need to achieve. And then the milestone at that stage is to pay yourself a minimum wage. Until you have achieved that milestone, you need to continue developing the business, you need to apply the principles. Then when you achieve it, your volunteer leader now helps you, then we'll move you to the next stage called the Grow Now. That's where we talk about business plan. We talk about other action items that you need to achieve. And then the milestone at that stage, we ask you to pay yourself a livable salary. Then you achieve that, we'll move to the next stage with your business, where we say now it's expand now. And then the next stage is give now, where now I can become a mentor to those who are now starting small businesses. So it's a whole chain. And in there are small and minute accomplishments that you need to achieve in your business growth. And that's one of the few things we talk about. And we kept it brief so people can ask questions. And some of the questions where most people don't have some of these opportunities close by them. And that's why we are working closely to make sure people have access. We talk about our international chapter that's going to be virtual, that's going to launch very soon as well. And the new places that we are going in Nigeria, Ghana, and Sierra Leone. So it was a great time with the people that we had. So thank you, Rosalind, for adding us to this program.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Thank you for that wonderful. So we will give a few minutes to Kate on Skype to give us a highlight, and then maybe just to be fair, we'll give each of the presenter a minute to just give some highlight from their section. So after that, we will have Agelix and then Bountiful, and then Riggs. What's the next? Yeah, and then we'll go in that order just to make sure everyone participate and give us highlights from their section. So over to you, Kate.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to be with you all. We had so much fun. Scott and I love being with the Africans. It makes our day so much better always. In our breakout room, we talked about a new pod model that we are creating at SCEP, essentially working teams to empower the local voice to help us understand the local context and to create solutions that are relevant for the local economies, looking at how we can expand value chains. We had a great discussion on that. We found that in Africa, oftentimes the value chains are very short when it comes to production and consumption of a product. So how to expand that and to find opportunities that exist all along the way, whether that's including in marketing and distribution. There's a lot of different funnels that can be added and jobs that can be extracted. So really looking forward to working with some of the people that we met in the discussion today to be part of these pods, to learn more about the local economies and jobs that can be created and expanded there. So it was a great discussion. Really good to be with you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nikki.
Great, thank you. So we talked about how to build a lean business, and we had some really good conversations, some people that were willing to throw out their ideas about what ideas they have for building their lean business and getting up and going, something going in like 30 days. We talked about building a launch plan, having a worksheet to do that. We helped them identify some channels and audiences and set a goal for 30 days. And then we talked about if they need a platform to provide their training on or their business on, that Jillix has a platform that potentially could help them and to help them get going in Africa, because we have our offline and offlineable and global e-commerce model with our Jillix platform. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Nikki. So we'll go to Allen. Can you highlight what you guys are doing in Kenya? I joined your section. It was awesome. So go ahead, please.
To get young people in school and in university to become self-reliant. We focused on how we've used partnering with launching leaders for mentoring programs. We now have 3 mentoring connections for each student. We have a group that like academic plans. We have a identified during the launching leaders course. So I think that for us, launching leaders has been a very helpful platform for our students to kind of set a direction for themselves as we assist them with their schooling.
Thank you, Allen. Great job. Thank you for all you're doing. And someone from Bountiful STEM, Bountiful Technology, someone who grew.
Hello. Okay. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'd like to say a very big thank you to Mr. Seth, that's my boss and also my mentor, for giving me the opportunity to have a session. And with our session, we highlighted what our company does as Bountiful Technology, Bountiful STEM Educational Foundation, and what we are doing with STEM education in Ghana and Africa. We also spoke about how STEM is implemented in our classrooms and the approach on which we implement STEM in our country. And also we spoke about our Girl Pride events and also picking up the interest in STEM in girls, and also how we can start STEM as young as we are and why we are doing STEM in Ghana and across Africa. That's what we did during our session.
Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, everyone. Your sections have been awesome. I can tell you, this is one of the largest conference we've had. It's getting better every year. We're excited to have all of you, but our partners, making sure that we can share and empower our youth. Now, just a few announcements as we wrap up. We also want to thank all those who participated. Without your participation, I don't think this conference would have been possible. So thank you for attending our 2025 Africa conference. We hope you enjoy your time with us. We also want to thank Curt Allen for being our keynote speaker. He did a wonderful job on the mentoring, and now we are all empowered to go out there to look for a mentor or become a mentor ourselves. We also want to thank our partners for the breakout section. You guys were awesome. You are doing so wonderful things across Africa. Keep doing that. We also want to thank our translators, Kosi and Daniel. Kosi and Paduno did the French, and then Daniel did the Portuguese. We really appreciate that. We also have our upcoming conferences. We have our Latin America conference that will be on August 30th at 6 p.m. Brazil time. And also our Asia Pacific conference will be on the 25th of October at 10 a.m. the Taiwan time. So we'll send you more details through emails as we close from this section. Also, as we get closer to the events, to those conferences. But we want to thank you again. We also apologize. We went over a little bit over time, but we still have another 15 minutes. So just hang around, connect, and then remember that we'll send you some emails on all the event, and then on the screen, there is a QR code that is asking us if you want more information, you want to join the next Launching Leaders program, just scan that and join, a bit more details will be sent to all of us. But you are free to leave, but you also, we welcome you to hang around, to network. You have over 240 people on this call. Make sure you have at least 10 of them in your network before you leave. Don't just come and show up and leave. This is part of the place you can build your social network. So we appreciate everyone. We are especially Launching Leaders for bringing this program to Africa. And we are all excited for the future of our rising generation. Thank you, and thank you for your time again. I'm so much privileged to be your host for this program. Thank you.